My worth is not in skill or name.
Hi there, my name is Zach White. I play for Keith and Kristen Getty. Today I'm going to show you the fingerstyle guitar part for their new song, My Worth Is Not in What I Own. So start with a C chord, and then you're just going to add a D note at the very end there with your pinky finger. It's the second string, 3rd fret. So as you hold that, you're going to begin the very simple roll that becomes the guitar riff we play throughout the song. So you're just going to go thumb, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You switch a chord and you go 3, 2, or we have some other things I'll show you in a second. Here's how it sounds all together. A little bit slower. The second half of that part is I'm playing an F chord, but I leave the D note there. So just anchor that pinky as you play this riff. And when I hit the F note, I have a couple different options. Sometimes we change it throughout the song. You can pluck with your 1st and 3rd finger, and then your thumb and middle finger, like that. Sometimes we'll just do octaves, and then hit there. But the main part you're trying to get is this chime sound. Now, if you want to, you can add in a pull-off here on the F chord. Just take your 1st finger, apply some heavy pressure, and pull off and allow that open E string to ring out. Just add some movement and a nice flow to the whole riff. Now we're into the verse. The verses, you continue to play this exact same riff underneath the singers as they do their part, and it creates a second a second background melody when the singer's phrase is over. So they do a phrase, you have the riff, they have a phrase, you have a riff. Here's how it sounds. My worth is not in what I own, not in the strength of flesh and bone. That right there is your riff continuing on through, complementing what the singer is doing. Of the verse, there's a little walk up. Christ which flowed. Pretty simple chords. G, G sharp diminished, which you can do a couple different ways if you're not familiar with that chord. But this one's my favorite. Christ which flowed to an A minor. F at the cross, back to the riff. Then you do the second part of the verse, which is exactly the same as the first part, except for that final riff. So you've just played Christ which flowed at the cross. So here's how we know we're going to the chorus. That right there, this little walk up into the F chord. So you're going to start with an open string, D and B, right there, 4th and 2nd strings. And then you're going to add an E and a C, right there, just like you're making a C chord. Then you're into the chorus. So the riff goes like this with that walk up. Now we're into the chorus. Just play the chords as you go along, rolling your fingers however you so desire. If you wish to strum at this point, the chorus is a pretty strong musical section, so it can handle it. I rejoice in my Redeemer, greatest treasure, wellspring of my soul. At that part right there, wellspring of my soul. Sometimes we like to play a C chord, but plucking really heavily that open E at the bottom. It adds a nice foundation to the song, and is a good leading tone into the G chord you come next to. I will trust in Him, no other. My soul is satisfied in Him alone. That right there, satisfied in Him alone, also continues. I also use that low E note, especially there because there's this really great walk up in the bass notes with those chords. And as soon as you're done with that walk up, you're into the riff. Alone. verse. Whole second verse and chorus is exactly the same as the first one. If you decide to do a solo, here are the chords. D minor, we're doing the D minor 7, if you're used to a traditional D minor. Just right there. D minor 7 to F to A minor, G, repeat. Add an extra bar there, and then the singer begins. Two wonders here that I confess. You continue to play the riff, again, just like the verse and chorus beforehand. Last thing, at the end of the third chorus, there's a tag. So, my soul is satisfied in Him alone. As we do there with the C chord, go to a B flat, and that'll lead it in. Sounds like this. My soul is satisfied in Him alone. A minor. My soul is satisfied in Him alone. The tag is the exact same as the original way we do it in all the other choruses. So that's pretty much the song. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
My worth is not in skill or